Hey entrepreneurs, welcome to Digital Gigger.
Starting a business is an exciting journey, but it can also be a daunting one. Knowing what to expect in terms of startup costs can help make the journey smoother and allow entrepreneurs to plan accordingly. Startup costs are defined as the expenses incurred when first launching a business, such as legal fees, office supplies and equipment, marketing materials, payroll, and other related expenses. Startup costs vary greatly depending on the type of business being started. For example, a home-based business may only have minimal startup costs for things like internet service or accounting software. However, retail stores will likely require significant outlays for rent deposits, inventory purchases, and employee wages. Additionally, startups should also consider funding options that will help cover initial expenses until profits start rolling in. This could include venture capital investment or securing loans from banks or private lenders. When most people start enterprises, they do so with at least a cursory awareness of the costs involved. You make money or revenue, or you incur fees or expenses. However, the difficulty of obtaining adequate funding rears its ugly head as business owners continue to expand their operations. Expenses such as taxes, depreciation, and insurance. How can you even begin to confront all that's going on? Loans and borrowing can be a great way for startups to help fund their costs. It doesn't matter if the business is brand new or has been around for a while. Loans and borrowing can be the key to making sure that it stays afloat. There are many factors to consider when deciding whether or not to take out a loan, such as the amount of money needed, interest rates, repayment terms, and conditions. A loan should only be taken out if it is absolutely necessary for the business operations. One of the main benefits of taking out a loan is that it allows businesses to cover their startup costs quickly before they have had time to generate revenue from sales. Loans also provide businesses with additional capital which can be used for expansion opportunities or investments in technology. Starting a business can be an expensive endeavor, so it's important to understand the insurance costs associated with your startup. There are multiple types of business insurance available, and picking one that is right for your business is necessary to keep your business fully protected. Having adequate coverage for your business will help you guard against financial losses that could otherwise cripple your new venture. Business insurance is designed to safeguard any type of commercial enterprise from various risks and liabilities, such as property damage and accidents. These policies can include general liability, workers' compensation, health insurance, professional liability, and auto and cyber liability coverage. Depending on the size and scope of your company's operations, other forms of insurance may also need to be purchased in order to provide full protection for your startup. One of the costs that you may have to consider is licensing. Licensing is a requirement for most businesses, and depending on what type of business you are starting, it could become expensive. Although there are many types of licenses available, and the costs will vary greatly depending on your situation, there are some basic steps when it comes to obtaining them. Each state has different regulations regarding licensing and permits. Therefore, it is important to research exactly what type of license will be required for your specific business venture. Furthermore, certain local government offices should also be contacted in order to determine any additional requirements that must be met prior to beginning operations. For instance, food service establishments may require health inspections before they can open their doors to customers. The world is rapidly advancing, and startups are no exception to the wave of technological advancement. When starting a business, it's important to be aware of the technology and equipment costs that come with it. Whether you opt for cutting-edge technology or go with more traditional options, understanding how to best manage your resources is key in achieving success. Technology can range from complex software systems that help streamline customer data to more simple solutions like cloud storage platforms. Regardless of what suits your business needs the most, there will likely be some initial costs associated with setting up the technology. Having an understanding of these expenses will help keep startup costs under control and ensure that you have enough funds available for other areas of the business as well. In addition to tech requirements, equipment should also be taken into consideration when starting a business. In order to successfully launch, grow, and sustain a business, you must understand the importance of marketing and advertising. These two elements are essential for any startup looking to increase brand awareness, drive more customers to their products and services, and ultimately generate more revenue for the company. While marketing and advertising can help startups succeed, there is no denying that it does come with costs. Depending on the strategies that a business chooses to undertake, such as email campaigns or billboard ads, these costs can quickly add up. That being said, if businesses are smart about their spending choices, they can still achieve great results from their campaigns without breaking the bank. Knowing these startup costs will help you plan for what's ahead and prepare your business for success. Startup costs can vary greatly depending on the type of business you are starting, so it's important to understand what expenses you might have to account for during the early stages of growth. Common startup costs include licenses and permits, legal fees, marketing expenses, web hosting services, staff salaries and benefits, office space rental or purchase, equipment rentals or purchases, and insurance premiums. It's also important to budget for other unseen costs such as inventory purchases or any loans that may be required when starting a new business. In conclusion, it is clear that the startup costs for a small business can vary significantly depending on the type of business, location, and other factors. It is important to do your research and plan ahead in order to ensure that you have a realistic budget and understand the associated costs. Also, it is important to be aware of funding options that may be available so that you can secure appropriate capital for your new venture. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, do it now so you know when the next video is uploaded. Likes are always appreciated, and thanks for watching.